Providence, a small Utah city in Cache County. At first glance, it might just seem like a normal small Utah town, but in truth, it is one of the greatest cities in all of Utah. The reason why is that it has one of the oldest buildings in the state.
I'm Fronk, and this is the Old Rock Church.
In the year of 1869, many people started pouring into the young city of Providence from all over the country and Europe. Providence already had a church meeting house, but the increase in church converts forced them to make a new meeting house. So, on November 9, 1869, the ward members met together and decided to make it. Using rocks from Trifle Canyon, several teams of men began construction on the Old Rock Church. Then, in 1872, it was finished. Church members started attending it, and it was affectionately called the Old Rock Church. But it was not only just a church.
Well, at the time I remember it, there were a few town meetings in it, but basically it was a church building. It was Sunday school on Sunday morning, sacrament meeting Sunday evening, and primary on Wednesday after school. They didn't have them all together as they do now. And occasionally a city meeting there.
Unfortunately, however, tragedy decided to strike.
Yeah, the Old Rock Church was still Providence First Ward's church building, and in 1962, the fall of '62, I believe about October, there was a strong earthquake that cracked the old building up the corners. The rock building, of course, wasn't reinforced with steel, and so the rock cracked up the corners, and the church architect came out from Salt Lake City, and he looked the building over and said, "I don't think it's worth repairing. It would be very difficult to repair the rock building." And so they started on the new building, which is on the corner of First North and First East. And that was built to replace the old rock building.
But that did not mean it was idle. After being bought by a private firm, the church started to be used for many purposes, like a fabric store, an assisted living center, and a private home. It is now a B&B and event center, usually for wedding receptions. This 150-year-old building is not only one of the oldest buildings in Providence, but it also represents the history of our pioneer ancestors. So, that is why Providence will always remember the Old Rock Church.